Hello, agus fáilte arás go dtí an seanlan is mise do bhúcail Archaeogamer arás le físeán go thomláin difriúil agus níl sé dainte mar tá níl is go bhfuil aon duine eile déanamh bheith seo mar tá seo an dara lá de Márta agus tá sé dul amach an marc ar an tríú. Tá sé seachtain na Gaeilge agus if níl is agat inis tá níos agat inis bhfuil leabhar mise Gaeilge freisin in order béle thuig tháinig mise sús Gaeilge in mo seach so agus béle ach bhí thu mise agus mo drifár go dtí scoil an Gaeilge bunscoil agus an manscoil agus caithfí mé rá shout out Ulvar do on Instagram page Gaeilge vibes ar chursús cúpla focail a bhfuil an tá seo an ábhar done an físeán inniu focail fósa úsáid which I béle ar Gaeilge ach tá si de úsáid I béle inniu so tá sé bhfuil go mé chun déanamh é lá agus lá so nóir bhfuil mé dul tríd na pictóirí cos chuir sísan na focail agus an béle in aice leis agus tá mise chun dul tríd leis na focail an Gaeilge agus an béle agus den tá pictóirí chun taspáin cad bhfuil si coin faoi so inis tá mé déanamh tá sé rud ag an difriúil agus tá mé ag cócran cín do mótanga náisiúnta in éireann agus if tá daoine a feiceann th leir sin go má freisinach tá daoine éireann ní féidir le Gaeilge a leabhart mar bhí sé anheachar chun fálam well an scríbhneoirt in aonchá ach is féidir lumsa inis fós tá mé seo mac scóil méidir 10 nó 11 bliain agus táid ag déanamh is fósan an leabhart agus léamh scríbhneoirt tá sé anna deachar martá an grammar difriúil agus caiid tú be is a go céin bríthir bhfuil tú inné so bé sé subtitles in san físeán seo nach bhfuil mé ag leabhart a Gaeilge nóir bhfuil mé ag leabhart a Gaeilge nóir bhfuil mé ag leabhart a béle bé is a go cad bhfuil mé coin faoi ach inis tá mé chun just an léim is seachtain san físeán so tá mé chun an first pictóir ná well tá lá leabhar an seo níl sin an actual focail a bhfuil ag leabhart faoi tá sé go leor so litríonn tú GOLEOR agus tá an baileá cléthe slí chun say alán rudí it's just a lot of stuff is what that picture is about the show rud ag an difriúil tá sé sean scéaltaí in san na Gaeilge agus I béle the mystical down like in leis an down seo agus tá sé an banshee so litríonn tú BEAN SHEA a capam nu mé can't forget again ach tá litríonn tú ar béle BAN SHEE so tá sé rud ag an difriúil the show Plámas now tá Plámas just flattery agus tá tú like bhfuil is go like fecinn tú ar an pictóir seo tá sé an rud difriúil between tá tú like capan tú bhfuil tú go homeland great basically the sin flattery bóthaí now tá seo rud ag an difriúil the show bóthar so tá trí soisanna bóthar tá an príomh ceann so like an M50 an ceann is mó then sin náisiúnta then like then tá siad na príomh bóthar like gach ceann like dul amach agus struck iad a bóthar like iad a stát and then tá na bóthraíonn na seo bóthars a tain na fearmáirí siús go dtí an land na are like you know go dtí na nóir bhí míisne I Carlo I teach mar seantaistí bhí mí teacht ó nó Ross arás go dtí an seach agus bhín dear an ceann príomh agus an bhí diversions am so thuint mí deas go dtí bóthraí mar seo agus tá is nuna a fecinn tá like fair idir like tá spás idir na Wales so basically when we were in Carlo in my grandparents' house we were coming back from New Ross and we were driving but we had to take a diversion halfway through and it took us about 2 hours to get home But we ended up bothering like this. Now this is a maintained bothering where they cut down the grass, so that's just moss. But we had actually grass growing in the middle, and there was only space for about one car, and it was kind of scary, but it was really, really good. So on Seactain Na Gaeilge, Slán. Well, the Slán, technically on show, boy. So saying like Slán Lat, that means goodbye to you. So Rudeg and Diffril. On I can't remember what on Slán Uncle on tier is like Cade Mila Falta means 100,000 welcomes. That obviously, you know, that Ireland are all like, you know, welcoming men in and stuff. On Crack, you know, I got in a literary meeting as CAIC. You know, in English we say CRICK or CRAC. It's just something, you know, it's something like, you know, people in pubs, we all had the crack, we all had to laugh with one another. That was probably the best way to express that one. So Shebean, Shebean is is basically a place where you sell drink illegally, and especially with this lockdown. This is an actual Shebean that was in an industrial estate in my area, that we kind of saw on the news. So that I just put that up. It was on one of the, you know, I think the Irish Times app. I think this is where the picture came from. But yeah, they had like, they have a bar there. They had that's a TV. I think, I'm not in here. I think that's a TV. I'm not really sure. I think it is. They had a wood stove. They had a pool table and all this kind of stuff. It was really, really mad. And this is probably the short on count is far. My count is far. Or it's Bradlum. It's Bradlum. It's far Gael Brishta na Gaeilge Clishta. So basically the translation of that, it's better to have broken Irish than smart English. And instant here short ta Alan Dini or will it like is fader low cúpla fuckla raw shin gahintuk the short on Seactain Na a raw if the coin that Dini say the which the shin that means hello. Slán Lat comes a talk to is how are you. Ta Alan fuckle nilis like nilain pictory kun on do a raw just kai to a raw because then like to explain the Dini. Seactain Na like Kitog it like small lot Kitog the Dini instant here always instant down or will Kitog's left-handed to a long Dini Lava Yash. So just slug it's just the slug is SL glitter into a SLOG okay barely is SLUG a drink. It's like the chug down a drink. That was just the best way to you know, to display that. Smitherini now the shin fuckle on more I was Neil man on a literally Gert because Tasha kind of different. It's just basically broken into pieces. I was on taking too. So if Tamisha Lauer to Gaeilge I was no barely like or an changa will to wow August Neil this good couldn't say a raw like begin a raw or it's better that a raw begin a raw talk Neil to like Cave when Gareth I was thought to allow it then I was like oh I'm Tiggy too like it's like you know when you're talking to somebody and you can't quite explain it you can give the general outline and you go do you understand, and that's basically what that means. And the shin on there on then we can do an show sales shin there on Fishon to show the swing of a honeycomb show like we may organising may find Lahoy Cooper Fishon Newa like Mara on Emerton Na Clihi couple of Reddit video Fishon on Cosh on the Shin Fosig goal August I say on a yacker because I was talking to Salon August Shine. So yeah it's short just a swing of a honeycomb Fisha on count Derna over me come Crete New Air well until on count Newa and Fishon Newa swing the Fishon Newa the show Seactain Na Gaeilge August Captain Nidison Lane then if YouTuber Ella then if Rudeg and show August Captain go say swing of more the Gaeilge on Congress to Muckree August talking say along Susan Muck sale because Tommy Goni Contadini Tommy over the Chandali Lower to Gaeilge o Connemara so Tommy Goni a Lower to Kayla a Gaeilge August it's just Rudeg and Muck the then go in here Kirkin King will me ó air agus an mé broú las mo tír agus machanga I generalta agus seo so ná é dermid go bula an má siús agus ná é dermid de subscribe gotí an channel agus feic mé here is peace.